Hey y'all, what's up? Thought I'd jump on and say hello. I have a few minutes to see how y'all are and to do a little planning. My husband and them are still in the woods looking for a deer, so I got a few minutes. Hold on. Okay, I had to go get my coffee. I went off and left it. All right, so let's get our crud together for the week. That's the job for today. Let's see, do I have anything I need to do? This was last week. Had what day? It was a 4-day week. We went down to Orlando on Friday night. We did a girls' day at Epcot on Saturday and kind of ate around the world. And then we came back home last night. Hell, we was home by 5:30 or something. Because we had gotten up early and went. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go. We ate and everything. We did they have a pumpkin scavenger hunt and a Remy scavenger hunt for the Food and Wine Festival. And we did that. It was cute. We had a good time. Okay. Let me look at this week. I need to get a pedicure. Try to do that one day this week. We're gonna zone 1 this week, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I did that was book the hotel. I did all that. I need to clean my shower today. Clean the shower, the bathroom, the fridge. I need to meal plan. I got my mom her thing. I need to do cameras. Ours, mom's. I need to go around and charge her cameras today. I need to order a baby. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna order a baby. So my cousin has her gender reveal this week. I need to, I'm just gonna pick up diapers. I'm gonna do diapers and a card. I don't know. She didn't have anything specific to bring, but, I need to bring something. Oh, I need to make snickerdoodles. We are having a snickerdoodle bake-off. Ooh, doodle. At our party, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. And I need to try some snickerdoodle recipes. And it's all in good fun. There's no competition or prize. I just think we all wanted to try. It was something none of us ever baked before, and it was on an even level playing field. So we could make any snickerdoodle we want, any flavor, any kind. It doesn't really matter. It just has to be a snickerdoodle. So we will see how that goes. I think some of my family watched this, so I'm not telling you what kind of snickerdoodle I'm making. Just know it's gonna be good. Okay. Probably not. I'm not the cookie person in our family. My daughter is. So she'll probably win that one. That's fine. All right. So next week, my mom has an MRI after work. She has a DEXA scan I have to take her to. My interview is Tuesday. I'll be glad to get that off my plate. I realize I'm just stressing way too much. It kind of triggered a planner hoppish for me. I got my personal out and was like filling it out. And I was like, you know what? This is stupid. I'm not going to do that. I said, you know what, let me not do this. So I did end up putting it up. I want to go, you know what, I'll do that. I might go through it. I might end up going through it and throwing some of this out to keep me from planner hopping again. I did... like, I don't need a planner hop, but I'm gonna throw some of it out, but yeah, I may. Because I want to commit to the rest of the year in this. I have plenty of covers. I have this VDS cover. I did get a VDS undyed Franklin Covey compact size cover, and I like it. I like the undyed. I'm just not sure that I like the Franklin Covey compact size. It's a little big for me, and it had a back pocket, which I didn't think about, which I'm not a big fan of back pockets. I've kind of gotten away from using them because to me they just like make the planner like sit weird. But some people just can't live without the back pocket, and I get that. And I may end up destashing that, but I think I'm going to keep it and see if I use it like when it gets Christmas and it's real busy, I can shove stuff in the back, or if this interview goes the way it's supposed to. And no, I'm not going to say it goes the way it's supposed to. If I don't get the job, if I do get the job, I may be traveling back and forth, and I could, you know, like use it. I'm still not sold on a work planner. I may end up having to like just do a whole work planner, like make a whole binder in my work planner. We'll see. And that may be good for that. Anyway, we'll see. I'm still torn about the personal. Like I said, I want to commit 90 days in here. But, you know, I will always be drawn to like how personal flips and how small it is, and how I like the long page instead of the wider square page. You know, like this is a little more square, and I don't know. I always think personal's cute and compact, and when I want to, you know, go compact, I want to get in my medium companions. Even though they have the back pocket, they're super thin, and they have them perfect where they don't slip around. I don't know if that's a thing for anybody else, but and they're perfectly small. They fit in my hand. I have small hands, and they still fit in my hand well, you know, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, this one is a little bulkier, and they, you know, Franklin Covey compact, these get, this is all my receipts from yesterday. I need to fetch them, and I'll get rid of that today. But this is a little bulkier. It's a little squarer. It's wider. And this isn't Franklin Covey compact size. This is just a standard VDS, so they're a little wider than normal. So you can see how much wider they are. But I don't know. This always is comforting. When I get stressed, this is what I want to go back to. Honestly, when I'm stressed and confused, or yeah, just having a lot of turmoil, this is what I want to go back to. And with the interview coming up, I know that's what's triggering it. That's what I want to go back to, because it's like my comfort planner, kind of like a week's for some people, or the bullet journal, but for me, it's personal. Can you not? My dogs hate people on bikes. Okay. So, anywho, long chatty rant aside. Let's see what's on my monthly I can get done. I'm going to listen to 7 Habits this week. I've been averaging about a productivity book a week. It's been really good. And I don't know. Is it helping? I pick up things here and there, and it kind of puts me in the mindset of productivity, but I don't know. All right, so like I said, this is my week. Homecoming start is on Friday, so our grandkids don't go to the county school. Oh no, that's a duck. Okay. I saw a duck coming in the water, and he was kind of low lying, and it looked like a gator. And I was like, when did we get a new gator? And he was too big to be in like a baby gator grown in there. He was, no, okay, sorry. Where I sit, I look out over my lake, and I'm like, is that a gator? Do I need to call somebody? My cousin is the local gator guy, so I could call him. And it's when you know you live in a small town. My cousin is the local gator nuisance guy. Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. It probably should have been. Okay. If you live in a small town in the South, you know. It's good to have those people in your family. Like, you always need like a doctor or a nurse you can call. You always need a lawyer. We have all those. My daughter works at the county clerk office, so I can get a hold of a judge if I need to. But we also have a gator guy, so sorry, that's my little tickle for the day. Okay. It is a new moon on Tuesday. That'll be interesting, especially since it falls on my interview day. It's Peanut Planner Co's $2 Tuesday. There is a couple of things that I want. My daughter is going to be out of town this week. All right. Let's look back. This was my tarot for the week. Monday was sick. Tuesday. I decided I didn't like the dashboard, and I'm not going to put work in here. I have all of that. I did all of this. I want to make I'm going to put home, but I mean personal routine list and a work routine for my planner. I want to kind of get that together. I think that would be helpful. I I need to give my dogs their heartworm meds. Plants. I need to water them. We have not had any more rain. Like I said, I've been putting off that. And this I didn't do much with yesterday because we were at Epcot. We had a really good time. My mom got one of those little mobility buggies, and she did really good in it. So I think we're gonna buy her one, and or get them to get her one, and yeah. So so she can have it, so we can continue to do outings. She just can't walk anymore long distance after that. Breaking her foot. I'm gonna go ahead and click off today. All right, so things I wanted to do next week too was get my habits in here. I want to put my habits on here. Where's my habits card? My habit list, there it is. Yeah, okay. So things I need to do that. So these are Planner Rebel Co. They're 2 weeks long, which is why I like them, because I only have to print them for every 2 weeks. I have another 2 weeks worth in the back. This is just so my eye knows which way to go. When my vision isn't great, because it can get blurry by the end of the day, even with my glasses. When my eyes get tired, I have a tendency to not be able to see stuff anymore. It's not that I have reminders on my phone set up to have my habits in it, but I want to see how often I'm actually doing my habits, and that doesn't track that. I could do another app. I do have the Habits app and something else, and it would probably track it for me, but this is the easiest way because it's in my face, and I'm more likely to do it if I have to check it off. So when I get up in the morning, I have been forgetting to take my meds. This will be every day. Then I want to start getting back into my habits of like home keeping, or like my housekeeping habits. So Swish and Swipe, which is a Fly Lady term, I want to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So laundry, sheets, uniforms, I want to do those. Uniforms are on Friday. Laundry is on Tuesday and Thursdays. And then sheets are on Sundays. Okay. And then my plants, they could be in the morning and the afternoon if I have outside plants. And that's my outside is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And inside is like every 3 days. Okay. And then my shot, I have to look. I don't remember the last time I did it, but it's every 10 days, and my CGM is every 14 days. Okay. That's good. Okay. So my afternoon is mop and vac, and I do that on Sundays. I do it in between if I need it, but I try to do it once a week for everything. This is my fridge. And that's done on Sundays. Zoning in the afternoon is during the weekdays. Declutter, I try to do that on a couple times a week, not every day. And then I have donations, errands, returns, and I try to do those on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesday and Friday, one or the other. And then I have meal planning, or on Fridays when I get home, we sit down and decide what we're going to have next week. And then move over 6,000 steps. I try to do that every day. And I do track that somewhere else, but sometimes having the habit in front of you helps. And then workout. And I try to do that. 3 times a week. Okay. All right, it's PM. So I want to get down, this says 8:30, but I want it to be 8 o'clock on work days for sure. Try to do every day, but you know what, I'm just gonna put every day. I'm trying to every day. So read 30 minutes, I try to every day. And listening to Audible books in like during work, or listening to productivity books does not count. Just because reading means I put everything else down and I have my Kindle out. It kind of helps shut my brain off. Okay. This is just exfoliate and retinol. I need to fetch minimum Sundays and Wednesdays, just because I forget. My problem is I'll carry this around for a week. That's my problem. And then my estrogen gets put on Wednesdays and Sundays. Again, I have been forgetting. And then my budget needs to be done every day. I need to look at my budget every single day because I have been ignoring it and it shows. And because we have everything paid off, and the money's just sitting there in the bank. I don't know why I'm not paying it off. Like, I don't just pay it off, Beverly. But I've been ignoring it. All right, so that feels better. So these habit stickers hopefully will help me get back on my game with my habits. I can do a few more things. Like, I've been wanting to get up and go work out in the mornings before I go to work, but I gotta get up and I need to work on that. But anyway. Alrighty. So that is my week and my habits. So hopefully that will help. Errands this week. My meds will be ready. I still need to find somebody to come do the lawn. I will sit with my husband and do this. Do I have anybody I need to call this week? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, that'll probably change, but not that I'm aware of. I need to pick up Sav's presents, which I can do on the way there, because I'm sure my mom will have to pick her up something too, so we can stop and get something. I just don't like to go to these kind of things empty-handed. Like I said, I don't know if, I don't even know if I'm supposed to bring anything, but I'd rather bring something and not need it than not need it, and, or need it and not bring something. So it wasn't specified. And don't get me wrong, my family is the type, like, just come. I don't need anything, but my husband's home. They must not have found the deer. All right, and that feels like it. That feels like it. All right, let's fill out my days. So somehow I had, I don't know, lost all ability to write these out. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea where I left off because my husband came in and we were talking about the plan for today. Oh, hold on. All right, I left my pen and I had to change it out because it was running out of ink. I use these. I have these that you can get Uni 1. They're for the pen. And then I also use Pentel Energel. You can use the one, or you can use, let's see what the other one is. It's in a little different, but it fits any of the sizes. I think that's all I have left. I think I'm down to just these two types of refills. And they fit both of them, so you can use them in either one. They fit both. They go back and forth. So, anywho. Sorry, I had to, let me get myself together. All right, so Monday. Mom has an MRI on Monday. My interview is at 1. I think these are a little thicker than the one I was using. Then my mom has a DEXA scan. I gotta take her to, this is $2 Tuesday. This is also Diwali. And I don't have anything. Oh. My granddaughter has dance. I don't have anything to, my other granddaughter has dance. Then Friday is homecoming. And then the fair, our county fair starts, which if you ever lived in a small town, that's a big deal. And my middle one is going to be out of town for the weekend. And then Sav's gender reveal is at 1. Okay. So that is my week as far as appointments go. And then I'm trying to use these, so I don't want to write like the habits on my dailies. So I want to be able to use these. So these will be in my face. I will probably switch these around because I have a tendency to leave this like this and write on this side. So I will probably put my habits on this side and then put my little check off over here where it's, or I can put it down here, but just put it out of the way because I don't need it as much. I already pulled my tarot for this week. Everything seems to be good. That seems to be fine. So I need to set up my dailies for the rest of the month. I need to set up my dailies for the rest of the month, so I'm not having to do that. I need to get a November weekly printed, because I need to decide if I'm going to keep this or if I'm going to keep this layout or change it up. I did kind of mock up another one where I just have 7 to 4 because that's really, and maybe it was to 5. That's all I needed, and I moved it up 1 so I'd have some room down at the bottom. But I guess it's getting kind of busy in the afternoons. Like, if my mom didn't have an appointment here, I wanted to take my granddaughter to this trunk or treat thing, the youngest one, but I can't because she has an appointment. I may still be able to if she gets done quickly. These are pretty quick. They're like 15 minutes at the top. So I may be able to go. I may be able to take her with me and then run by there, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. One of Texas Roadhouse is doing a trunk or treat that night. And then I want to say, I need to find out when the county trunk or treat is. Sometimes they have it the weekend before, so if it's this like weekend, I want to be able to take them one day, you know, this day, because we'll be done with the gender reveal by then. That's not going to be an issue. Sometimes they'll do it the weekend before, not the week of, just because how it works. And then because sometimes they like to do it if the Halloween is like on a school night, but since it's on a Friday, they may do it this Friday. I'm not sure. I know the school trunk or treat is on Thursday, and then the school is off on Friday because I guess they figured the kids are going to be all sugared up, not do anything anyway. So the private school made it a teacher's work day, and then they're going to celebrate on Thursday. They can wear their costumes and stuff on Thursday, and then their trunk or treat is that evening. So I need to see if my daughter is doing anything for that. if we need to get anything, or what I can help do for that if she's participating. I don't know if she's going to be one of the trunk or treat people. I know they did a candy thing, and I sent 6 bags of candy to school last week, and she sent a couple of bags of candy to school last week. So then they just pass it out to the trunk or treat people that come and decorate and everything. But if they're gonna, she's gonna do something, we have to get something, because they are at a Christian school, and you can't do anything like Halloween related. Usually they have a theme. One year it was like Noah's Ark. One year it was, I can't remember what last year was. Something else. I think they had a variety or something. You could sign up for different themes. Anyway. All right. And then our fair is always the week of Halloween. It's always the week of Halloween. So this is fair nights. So we'll have one night where it's school night. So I need to figure out which night that is and take them. And then they'll have trick-or-treating at the fair that night, at the Halloween night, and then their last day will be on Sunday. So a lot of times we'll do that day too during the day, because it's like you get in and ride everything for like $5 or something, $5-10. Okay. That works. This is sometimes we'll just go up there and eat. So I'll leave that there. Okay. Figure out fair nights so we can plan. They already have their costumes. Ooh, I need to figure out what the party food situation is for next week. And then okay. Yep, okay. That seems right. Seems right. All right, do I have, so once I get some of this figured out, it will help drive some of this. So I need to order ingredients for my snickerdoodles. I think I have everything, but if not, I'll put in an order, because there's a couple of recipes I found on Pinterest I want to try. So I want a different couple of batches, and I'll make them all at one time. So I'll make them someday during this week and then cook them probably on the weekend or something. Yep, seems right. Okay. This will grow as I go, because God knows I have more to do than this. I need some kind of half sheet. I wonder if anybody has like a half sheet of to-dos. Oh, I think Kim over at Lily Paper Co. Maybe Kim does. I'll look and see if she does. If she does, I may grab her half sheet. Because I really need, like, I wish this was shrunk into 2 things almost. If I could shrink this down to like half and half, and kind of make it a little smaller, or make this a half sheet with all of this, and then have an extra one, because I know when Christmas comes, this is not going to be enough. Or put these on the half sheet. I could put these on the half sheet, and then have 2 lists of to-dos here, and then have a half sheet of clean, errands, calls, meals. And then I could put those on stickies or something. I could get some, like, do some of these. And do them for 2 weeks at a time. Put like a little half sheet. I could put like a little half sheet of this in here. And then take these and do well, part of this is writing it out. Oh, so that's not going to work. These are basically good for habits. Let me know. But I could do some regular weekly. I know I have Peanuts Planner Co. Hold on. All right. So I have these that I had that I could use. This just peels off. I was using these for dailies at one point, but I have them and I could use them. So I could put like calls, errands. I could leave meals, because I could probably get away with just this. But if it came to be too much, I could just use sticky notes. I could put these, I could print them a little smaller. Like these are printed at 80% to make them smaller. So I could print these at 80%. So that would work, because they would fit. And I have a bunch of, between Peanuts Planner Co. and Plan with B, I have a ton of sticky notes that I could use. So that would work into a half sheet. So I could put like clean, errands, calls, meals, and I could just use them and check them off as I go. Not even have to clean them out per week. I mean, I could. But I could print a different sticky for each one and put them here, and then that would free up this space here. Okay, that may happen. That may be the thing. That may be the thing. Okay, put that back, because I know as I go, this is just going to get more. So I could probably cut this down to about here. Hold on. I could cut this down to about here. Oops. I lost it. There it is. Okay. I could, yeah. And then this sticks out just a little bit, so I could grab it this could be my marker for my to-dos too. That would work. And all I did was cut off just the little piece on the end. And that makes it into about a half a sheet. That would work. And I could even put some on the back. Like I said, it doesn't stick up too much that it's obnoxious, but it's enough that I can feel it. I could put like something on it if I wanted to kind of mark it with some washi or something. But yeah, I think that'll work. And this is just laminate, so page laminator, just stuck through the hot laminator with nothing in it, so that would work. That would work. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna drive me insane. Come off. It's like trying to pluck that one hair without getting your tweezers out. Okay, there it is. If you know, you know. Okay, so that's, yep, I can grab that just fine. I can feel it. And that'll give me this, so I don't need this, so to speak. Well, I could. I mean, I can do that, or I can, does it stick out the bottom? No, not really. I could take, I use this so I can flip back and forth, so I'm going to leave this and leave this on top. Okay. Okay, I talked myself into that, so I may replace this, print those, and try it out for this week, so that may be a thing. I won't do it right now, but I know this is going to fill out, and I'm going to need some more room. I could shrink these up, but I never know how much room I need for each one. I mean, clean, I guess I could get down to like 3 or 4 things and then move it up. But calls and errands is always like a wild card for me. All right, so kind of worked that out. Okay, got my daily, got my habits. My days are set up. I caught up all my thing. This is all... So come Tuesday, this will all come out. This is all interview information and questions I've studied and things I've written down and scenarios I've written out in my head so that I have them. I will review all this Monday and Tuesday. I did some journaling in the front about it. I wrote some main things down that I have on just one paper that I can reference during the meeting. In case I need hard numbers, I have like a couple of things here that I can reference. And then, like I said, I did some journaling. I wrote out some scenarios, some hard things that I've dealt with, some employee things I've dealt with because it's a managerial position. They always ask about that. Some like wins, fails, time you had to discipline somebody, whatever. And then I put my budget back in here because, like I said, I need it in my face, so I have it. I need to work it out, and then working on my Thanksgiving and Christmas list and stuff. And I did put my books back in here because I've been reading a lot, and I want to keep these updated. And I'm going to try to challenge myself to, like, read the ones I already have or listen to the ones I already have, even if they're not... Like, I've been listening to some of Julian West's, Julian, I think Jillian. Did I put Julian? I'm pretty sure it's Jillian. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, her books that I've already read on Audible, because they're really good on Audible. I like to do both. But I really need to read or listen to some of the ones I already own. And I own some on Kindle and some on Audible, like some series I own on Kindle and Audible, and I want to start listening to those series on Audible. But I get book anxiety. I don't know if anybody else does, about like the ending. Is it a safe book? Will I have trigger, you know? But anyway, okay. All right. Let's leave it at that. I've chatted too much. I got to go and get some stuff done. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. I will try to do better than just come on here and rant. I'm trying to come up with some topics to cover. So if you have topics you want to cover about planning, let me know. If there's something you want to see, I always take feedback. So try to spam me in the comments and let me know what you want to see about planning or any topics you want to cover. And I will try to cover them the best I can. I am no guru, but I'll give you my point of view from a mid-aged, neurospicy, menopausal mom, wife, and daughter point of view. Business person, career, jobs. I'll give you any point of view you want. Might not be the right point of view. All right. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.